So behind me, I have a feral hive that I just peek in every so often to see how they're doing. And they are busy, busy, busy. With it being so warm this winter and not much cold, I'm guessing that swarm season is probably going to be a little early this year. So I need to put some swarm traps out here and get some of the genetics from this hive. Because you think about it, this hive has been sitting here by itself for years. It knows what it's doing and it's doing great. So I want to try to get some of that genetics. So I'm just gonna watch them and see what I observe. First thing is they're bringing in pollen. So they have brood. They're bringing out lots of pollen. Also, their entrance is probably, I mean, it's from here all the way to the top. So I mean, that's like 8 feet. I'm guessing that they're in this side of the structure because the way the cedar siding is. Which way is north? So the comb, so this is north. Which is, so we actually had a swarm in a church just down there. So the comb is going to be this way. I do see some drones. And then the next thing I'm going to just check out is what's going on with their flight path. If there's a lot of new bees, what might happen is they're going to come out and they're going to kind of do this dance in front of the hive, kind of get themselves used to what their surroundings look like. Some of them call it play flights. Most of these bees are going straight out and straight in. So it's looking good. Definitely need to get a swarm catch up here. Probably put it a couple feet out, about 20 feet up in one of these trees. Looks like the flight path is predominantly going north. It's funny because there's a lot of trees flowering over there. Now I see some bees coming in from there. So anywhere on this line will probably be good because it'll be right in their flight path and they'll get an opportunity to explore it. I'm also going to walk around the property real quick to see if I see any other feral hives. Another thing is these bees are nice and dark. I predominantly keep Russian bees, which are very dark. Some of my bees, they look like almost like black flies. So I have an affinity for Russian bees. Cool. So I just got off the phone with the owner and he is cool with me putting swarm traps up here. So stay tuned. Let's get some of these sisters from this hive. Okay, hopefully I don't jinx myself right now, but I've been sitting out in front of this hive for a little while. I've also been talking to the camera and it really doesn't look like these bees really mind me being in here. Sometimes you get hives that are very defensive, especially if they're not used to a sound or a voice. These bees are just loaded with bright yellow pollen, and they don't care that I'm down here. So I'm really excited about the genetics of this little feral hive. And I'm also happy that they got through this winter. The local bee community has lost a lot of bees. It was a rough beginning of last year, especially with all that rain in May. So I am excited. This is a little treasure. Don't tell anyone about it.